No, I'm back, guys. I'm back. I apologize.
You watched Cobra Kai that fast?
Yeah, I wish I had. I feel like Dev just gave these amazing spoilers, and I was like, I can't take this, and I've missed it all. It was literally like the Forest Gump moment where he's like, well, what I learned in Vietnam was cheer, and that's all I've got to say about that.
Interesting thing about Forrest Gump is that it should have been a geek fact, but I'm going to say it anyways.
Go for
Tom Hanks don't want to do any sequels. The reason why he didn't even do a Marvel movie is because like he would want it in his contract that they would not make a sequel. The only movies that he did were the Toy Story ones, but that only he didn't because they were voice acting. And
are you sure about that, Cap?
What? Is
you sure you don't have a little angel and demon on your shoulder? You sure you're not Saturn in Inferno? Because you should perhaps read the Da Vinci Code.
Oh yeah, he did the Da Vinci Code. Yeah, that's one of the movies that he did, the Da Vinci Code.
And I don't know the full story of this, so this is only going to be very rough. They were going to do Forrest Gump 2. And literally when they'd got the plans, they'd got the scripts, they were going to have a meeting. Something happened, and surrounding the time frame of when 9/11 was a thing, and it got put on the back burner. So it was going to be in that time frame, because you think 2001, that was from 1994. It's a few years later. He could have still played Forrest Gump. Could have probably still filmed some flashbacks. But when it goes forward, even 3 or 4 years, by the time he was like doing, I can't even think what he did. But by the time he did Da Vinci Code, he had aged enough where he couldn't start filming flashbacks as if he's a 20-something-year-old or a teenager anymore. So, but yeah, Forrest Gump 2 was actually a plan, and the
book sold more than the first one. I think the Forrest Gump 2 book.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, let's begin to wrap things up because I don't think I'll survive another thing going wrong here. First of all, it says there was a connection between the events of 9/11 and the decision not to proceed with the sequel to Forrest Gump 2. The script for Forrest Gump 2 was completed and turned in just before the attacks of 9/11. After the tragic events, the filmmakers, including Tom Hanks and director Robert Zemeckis, felt the story no longer felt relevant or appropriate in the changed world. And it says the sequel would have included significant historical events from the 1990s, but the impact of the 9/11 situation made the filmmakers reconsider its relevance and decided not to move ahead. So that's my geek fact for you guys.